Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Let's Talk EV, almost every Sunday, a little live stream that I do. And the first thing, look, I have a new chair. Finally, the old crappy chair left. Well, it's outside there. But it has been time. It was bugging me for years, but I was always too lazy to get a new chair and didn't look too much. I got one and it was crap and I thought it was good, and then I thought, no, I need the other one. Was making sounds, looked horrible and everything. Happy Sunday to everyone and good evening. Our main topic is the Volkswagen ID1 because I don't get it. I don't get what is the big deal, but we'll talk about it in a second. And I don't get it how it's, yeah, we'll talk. And yes, a new chair, that's the life of a rich YouTuber. Yeah, an IKEA chair, that's the stuff. And it's really comfy, it fits me really well, and I can adjust it the way that I want to. It doesn't need to be more fancy, that's it. Okay. You've seen what I did the last week. We've had a live stream last week, I think. I'm still having the Audi SQ6 in the garage. It's charging right now. I did a long distance trip today, 600 kilometers. Where are we? We're at 75%. Yeah, where's the focus? There we are. 70. Why are you not focusing so nice? Is it too close? Yeah, it's too close. And I have this warning down here. A week ago, I had low battery, so 5% or so, and the warning is still here, doesn't go away. And at 75%, I have 226 kilometers of range. That's not a lot with a 95 kilowatt hour battery, but God, it charges. It's really amazing. Today I had 274 kilowatt when I plugged in at 10%. Or 9%, something like this. There was a lot of... I charged it, I was trying at the Tesla supercharger, and since the Audi is 800 volt system, I wanted to see what does it achieve with a 400 volt system. It's 121 kilowatt. It went up a bit, it was at 10%, so I'm guessing the amps are limited to a certain number. What is 400 volt, 125 kilowatt, 120 kilowatt, something. And with the voltage it went up a bit, but I didn't want to charge too long. I just charged for 2 minutes. I wanted to see what it can achieve. And on the drive today, it was a lot of fun. And something else happened today. Where are we? I have to show you. Can you see anything here? Well, the number is already done. This happened. Charging credit remaining 0. I used all of my charging credit that I got from the nice people that watched my videos and got an ID3, 4, 5 with the Volkswagen had the thing. If you order one and use my link, then we both get 200 euro charging credit, and a lot of people did that, but it ended at the end of 2023, and since then have been charging when I charged with WeCharge, and I use WeCharge only for right now for Ionity. Before that I used it for everything because I had so much credit, and now it's gone. After 1.5 years I charged it all away. It was a lot of charging tests and then long distance trip where I used it. Well, sad time. Now I have to pay like a sucker. I pay now too. If I use AMBW, Aral Pulse, Tesla, where else do I charge? I use the card and pay with that, so no problem. Just sad that it's gone. I hope that Volkswagen wants to do that again. That would be great for me and for the people who use the link and get it too. That would be nice. They should do that again. It was awesome. We like that. Yes, so still driving Audi SQ6, like I said, it's a lot of fun. The car is amazing. I love it. I love driving this car. The power is a lot of fun. It's extremely stable, comfortable and quiet, way more than my ID7. So it's more comfortable, it's more quiet, it has way more power, it's almost double the power, 517 horsepower. The steering assist works better. What else do we have? Acceleration, of course, it's faster. What else? Stable at high speeds is better. This car at 210, I drove today 237 for a split second, and it's no problem. It's nothing special, and it reaches the speed in no time with the 500 horsepower and all-wheel drive. And it's just so much fun. I'm really gonna miss it because on Tuesday this will be picked up and exchanged for a normal Q6. So I'm excited to still have the Q6, but then with less power. I can survive that, but it's really, I enjoy it immensely. The question is it worth what it costs? And I'm gonna make a video with the Q6 then, not with this one, because the SQ6 that I have now in the garage with all the extras is 110,000 euros. And yes, you don't need all the extras. The SQ6, when you just get the base price, is 95,000 euros. And if you get a normal Q6 that starts at 65, because you can have a smaller battery too. But with the big battery and everything, I think you still get to around 90,000 euros. That's 30,000 more than my ID7. So 50% more. And the question is it worth that? And yes, like I said, charging is incredible. Today I charged first charging session from 10 to 50%, second from 10 to 70, and the third one too, 10 to 70. And the times were 9 minutes. So 10 to 50% was 9 minutes, 10 to 70% was 15 minutes, and the second time 10 to 7, no, it was also around 70%, was 17 minutes. So in 17 minutes I charged 59 kilowatt hours. So the slowest charging power I saw today, except for the Tesla supercharger, was 145 kilowatt or so at 70%. That's, amazing. Isn't that the same platform? No, MEB is Q4. This is the PP something, PPE, the same as Porsche Taycan, the same as the Audi A6 e-tron, the same as the Audi e-tron GT. What's the difference between ID7 Pro and Pro S? The battery. The Pro has a 77 kilowatt hour battery. The Pro S has the 86 kilowatt hour battery. That's the difference. Yeah, PP. Look at me. I knew something. That's rare. By the way, so I didn't not just get the chair. I mean to the Macan. It's the same car. I guess. I've never driven the Macan, I've never seen it, so I don't know. But I guess it's the exact same car. I got this too. That's a remote control for a socket, because every time I come in here, I have to put on the power, because I like that. I don't want everything to be on. So my monitors are all on one power thingy that I turn on, that all the monitors go on. Then I have to, sometimes at night when I need them, I have to turn on this light and then this light. Those two lights, when I do the live stream, it's not that important. And then I have my sound system, also have an extra power, and now I have it all connected to this. So with one I turn on all the monitors. Before it was also one button, but now I don't need the button, I do it here. One is both lights and one is the sound system. And if I get one more socket, I can control 4. I would like those lights to do too, but if not, I can survive. But I really have to say that the SQ6 is a lot of fun, and I'm very, very excited about the A6 e-tron when it comes in May or whatever. If it has lower consumption. Because consumption today, I drove 140 today on a long distance trip because I thought the car is so comfy, charge is so amazing that it has the same range as my ID7 in the cold, and it charges way better, so I can still drive 140. It has a bigger battery, and that's why it has more range, because it has higher consumption. And today I had 310 watt-hours per kilometer on the whole day. I drove 140 for the first half, maybe even more, maybe the first 400 kilometers. Then I saw that the calculated state of charge, that what the Audi navigation system tells me, with remote, like I control infrared panel with remote like that. Cool. What was I saying? And I didn't want, by the way, I have a few sockets that I can do with Wi-Fi and with the phone, but I didn't want to go into my phone and turn something on. I want it fast. And this is awesome. I come in, boop, and everything is on. Amazing. I like it. Now, where was I saying? And then I after 400 kilometers, I drove 600 today. No, it was 300 kilometers. I drove 150, and then a few times I drove 200, so for a few kilometers. And one time, like I said, 237. It's the stuff. It handles amazing. Hank at 180 is fine. The ID3 GTX Performance that I drove with 200, it's not so nice anymore. It's 200. This, even at a bit of a stronger corner with 200, this car it's fine. It's totally fine. Now I get it. I don't know if you remember, but I remember when I had the Ioniq 5N, which can go 260, but the car is so sporty and everything is weird and moves around that I couldn't drive more than 220, and it was scary. And there was an BMW 850 in front of me, a new version, and he drove faster than 220. And I was, how the hell is he doing this? Now I get it. If you have a car like that, that handles like that at high speeds, it's fine. So this car at 230 is like an ID3 faster than 200. So I mean, slower than 200. So an ID3 at 180 is like this at 230. It's designed to handle the performance. Yes, that remote is a great idea. I still have to crawl under my table to turn the sockets off my PC. Exactly. That's exactly the thing. I had the sockets, so I had it very wide, much in the front here, and then I put it with my foot. I had the switch, and this was already annoying, but the other ones I had to crawl in and turn on, and it was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that anymore. And it was 18 euros for 3 things, and they're tiny. They're not big, gigantic thingies. You can put them beside each other in a big. So if you have a 5-socket thing, you can still put them beside each other. It's fine. That's awesome. I wanted one of those. Yes. What is not so amazing in the SQ6 is number one, the head-up display. It looks good. If you saw the video that I released today, it looks amazing, but the info and the animation that it has for navigation, I find ID7 better. I don't know. I like it better. I have my state of charge, my range. I have, how far I have to go, navigation, how long does it take. And I have nice arrows that show me I have to go here to the right, and the ID light is showing me something. I prefer that. Also annoying in this car, and I don't get it, this is something, hello? So when you are at 50 kilometers of range, and today with how I was driving, this was at around 22%, you get a warning, low battery warning, and at 20% state of charge, you also get a battery warning. So you get 2 battery warnings at 50 kilometers range and 20% state of charge. And at 20% state of charge, it tells you, do you want to go in efficiency plus mode? This restricts your speed, your power and everything at 20%. And if you don't press cancel, and if you don't do anything, it goes automatically in that mode. And this is already annoying, but it's fine. But the problem is when you get to your charger and you plug in, you get out, plug in, get back to the car is charging, it still gives you the battery warning. You're at under 50 kilometers and you're under 20%. I'm charging right now. Why is the battery warning still coming when I'm already charging? That's a bit weird. I don't like that. What else? The massage is okay, but pretty, you barely feel it. Even at full intensity, and there are 3 programs that you can use, and you can turn it on the seat, which is nice, and then the screen shows you the seat, the massage thing if you want to change something, and then when you get out of it still shows a little icon that you can get back in and change the massage. But it's you don't barely feel it, and when it's over, you're like, oh, I didn't even notice that it was over. In Hank massage is way better. It doesn't have ventilated seats. I don't know if you can have ventilated seats in a Q6. I hope so, because it's needed, because those sport seats, they're amazing. Very comfortable, hold you in place. You can do cornering very amazingly well. But they get warm. And today we had, when I was driving, 13, 14 degrees. It's still 13 degrees outside right now, by the way. We had 16 and a half, was even more in the afternoon, but I was done before that, because the SQ6 drove the 600 kilometers in 5 hours and 40 minutes. I drove with, like I said, with 140, charged 3 times, not very long, and all at Ionity, which was amazing for me to pay, less to pay then. But it was a lot of fun. The navigation system, when you plan certain I drive a horrible route, so I want to go to some place, but the navigation wants to use a different route because it's shorter and faster, but I want to go to Nuremberg. And so I have to put in a few waypoints that it gets to there. And it does that really, really well. And it shows me nicely. And when I do the whole trip, it plans the charging stops, and it tells me this is Ionity. You arrive with 9%, you charge to 49%. It's 180 kilometers there at this time. Next, your waypoint, this is 200 kilometers from now, and you arrive at this time, and so on. And you see it till the end when you get home. Really nicely done. It used a charger that I didn't want to use, Circle K. I had no idea we have a Circle K in Germany. And I don't have a card for that, so it would have been very expensive. So I wanted to use a different Ionity, and I searched for it, said use this as a charger, and then it deleted the other charger, and then it added another charger where it wanted me to charge to 84%, and I also said no, we're not gonna do that. So I added a different Ionity charger on the way back, and then it told me before that, so it wanted me to charge to 60% or something, go to the next charger, charge to 84, and then when I changed the charger, it wanted me to charge it, the first one to 70, not 60, and then the next Ionity also to 70, which would be way faster. It's fine. And then I was happy. Then Bob's your uncle. And it was nice. It was a really nice drive. Enjoyed it a lot, and I can't wait for the normal Q6, see how the power is there. Of course it's less, and then of course I cannot wait for the e-tron GT performance that I'm getting in a few weeks, because in April, because this is the 925 horsepower, 680 kilowatt in boost mode. Oh my god. And if it handles like this, it's gonna be a dream car. I'm sure it still has high consumption because it's so overpowered and the motors are not there for efficiency. But I'm guessing because of its being lower, and it charges the same way. Oh, can't wait for that car. There will be a lot of fun. Yes, but So what's coming up this week is more videos of the SQ6. So Hank will be replaced by an SQ6 then. No, because I can't afford it. Like I said, 50% more. And if I want an SQ6, then it's almost double the price. That's a bit too much. I can't afford that. And again, at the end of the day, it has more power and drives better in corner and stuff like this. It's a lot of fun, but on a long distance trip, it's the same. It charges better, but it has higher consumption. So, and Hank, even with the charging that it has, it's fine. Hank with 190 kilowatt charging is totally fine. I'm very happy. Haven't done a long distance trip since January, where I drove to Nuremberg, and this was 220 kilometers or so. We charged once on the way back, not even on the way there when we went to London. So, no. Yep. So, like I said, a lot of videos with the SQ6 are still coming. I filmed, I think, 8 videos, and you have seen, I think, 4. If I'm not mistaken. You've seen the range and you've seen head-up display and the first drive. So charging will be coming, everyday drive, head-up display I've seen. At night I tried the light and it's brighter than in the ID.7, but is it better with the thing? I don't think so. It looks like the same. I was fine with it. I have more problem in this Audi with brightness of the screens when it's dark inside or when it's bright inside. In Hank, it does it automatically perfectly. So when I'm driving, it has a good brightness, and I'm going through a tunnel, it's not extremely bright. It's perfect. So my auto settings that I have on and a bit down is perfect. In this, it's okay in daylight, and then when you go into something dark, it's way too bright, and I'm looking how to turn it down. Not so great. Great sound system is good, better than in Hank, but not the perfect sound system. It's still, I would say it's 90% of what the best sound system in a car will be that I have ever heard, and that was in the Audi Q8. Audi Q8 had the best sounding I ever had. I can't remember the BMW i7, how that was. Maybe it was as good, I can't remember, it's fine. Yes, so those videos are coming on Wednesday. I'm going, first of all, it was 6.5 hours away, so I would have to drive there 6.5 hours and then 6.5 hours back in this car, which is great for long distance. So 13 hours of driving. Then I have to stay at a hotel because I would go drive alone. I cannot drive 13 hours and not fall asleep, drive through the night. I'm not doing that. And the problem was Cindy was 6 weeks at home because she broke her wrist, and then she can't take a day off, and we're not leaving the dogs alone. And then I saw the pictures of the event where 200 people are around the Volkswagen ID1. Everyone is filming something, so I'm going there for this. I couldn't even have time with the car by myself. Only a few people were allowed to do that. The top ones, like Autogefühl and so on, they get alone time with the car, and I'm sure that was weeks ago, not on that day. I would want that. That would be the... And then I can only show you the exterior, and I can only tell you a few data things. 95 horsepower, 250 kilometers of range. This is what it looks like. It will have new software, maybe Rivian software, we'll see. There you go. That's all I can tell. And 20,000 euros. And that's what the title is. I don't understand it. What's so special about this car? I get it. What it's for, it's to say, hey, we have an electric car for 20,000 euros. But what I do with 95 horsepower, I'm also fine, but 250 kilometers of range, that means highway range in the winter is 100 kilometers. If 250 kilometers is double LTP range, and for me, I don't get it. So I get for a city car, if someone is living in a city and you need to drive. I hope when you're in a city you use the public transportation, bus, train, I don't know, underground and stuff. I so get it, and I would do that. But if you sometimes have to drive outside of the city a bit, then I get it. It's a totally nice car. But the Hyundai Insta that is already available now, not in 2 years, can already do that, has more range, 320 kilometers WLTP range, costs 23,000 euros base price, so 3,000 euros more. The e-up could do that, and it was around 20,000 euros. What else do we have? The Renault Twingo was 20,000 euros, and it could do that. It could drive 200 kilometers. So I don't get it. And then so like I said, for the city people, it's fine. It's a great car. But if you are a person not living in the city, what car do you buy? You buy a car that can do everything that you need. And that means city, going to work, and then sometimes take a bit of a longer trip. And in an ID1, taking an 800 trip in a holiday is not fun. When you have, like I said, 100 kilometers of highway range, let's give it 120 in the summer. You have to charge every 190 or 100 kilometers. For the 800 kilometers, you have to charge 6-7 times. When we drove with the Volkswagen ID3 with the smallest battery, which cost 33,000 euros to Hamburg, we charged 6 times. We had to charge every 130, 150 kilometers, and almost to 80%. So the ID1 will be, it has a WLTP range of 330 kilometers. So the size I get. Some people like a small car. Up was sold a lot, or the Me, or what the other names were. I get that. If you want a small car, that's fine. But sometimes you just go a bit of a distance, even in a small car, and you don't buy 2 cars, one for long distance, one with small different distance. So I don't get why, and it comes in 2 years. That's a long time. The ID2 I get 25,000 euros, cheaper than an ID3, same battery size, same range, front wheel drive, I'm not a fan, but it's fine. I get that. But the ID1, I get what it's for a city car, and it's cheap, but I don't get it as the electric car for the future that everyone wants to buy. And I also see that in the selling statistic. The Hyundai Insta is not in there, Renault Twingo is not in there. What was the most selling car in January and February in Germany? EV, the ID7, because it has the best package when it comes to range, charging and price. Yes, it's a bit more pricey. 52,000 euros, I get that, but an ID3 for 38,000 euros is also good enough. But and it's good for all the things I said. You can use it every day, drive to work, even a Pure. Even an ID3 Pure for 33,000 euros, you can drive every day to work and take a bit of a longer trip, and then once a year go on holidays for 1,000 kilometers. You can do that, it's fine. In the ID1, I'm pretty sure you don't want to do that, the same as you didn't want to do it with the e-up. So I don't get the big deal. For me, this is a city car, nothing different than the e-up or the Twingo and the Insta. It's fine if you only drive city, but other than that, no. And for the future, I think people want one car that can do better. And I think that for me, ID1 is the wrong package. It's the right price, but it's the wrong package. I think it should be an ID3 for 20,000 euros. So get an LFP battery in there with 60 or 50, let's say 50 kilowatt hours for 20,000 euros, bare-boned. This would be the car. This is a car that you can use every day and also go 1,000 kilometers once a year. I said it. Okay, what do you say? For me, it's all about ID7 Tourer versus A6 Avant e-tron, but the A6 price is a deal breaker for just quicker charging, basically, so ID7 in near future for me. No, I think that the A6 has other things too. That ID7 drives very comfortable, but I think Audi does it a step further. But the thing is, with everything in life, every technology that you have experienced, you can get a crappy thing very cheap, a good thing for not that much more, a great thing for a bit more, but then the amazing thing costs way, way more. So if you get, I don't know, a phone, and a phone is not a good thing. Let's say a computer, a graphic card or whatever, a good graphic card is cheap, a great graphic card costs a bit more, but an amazing graphic card costs just way, way more, and the things that it's better at get less and less, but it costs way more. And the A6 is the same thing. It's better than an ID7, but for a way more price. And I think the ID7 is at the perfect level for price, comfort, and what it can do, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, as you say. But I still think that the A6 will be an amazing car. I can't wait to drive it. I think the ID1 was a good miss. There were a few British reviews and it was all mainly the exterior and press thing, so really underwhelming. Wait until Volkswagen actually build one and let you drive it. Exactly, it will be a while. Apparently it's a driven software platform. ID1 looks like an ID2 Lite, exactly. Just the new year price is especially because everyone shouts we need a 20,000 EV to get the mass market. Yeah, but what do you get for the 20,000? That's the thing. You can have an ID3 for 20,000 euros if you put a tiny battery in it and take everything out. So not even a screen, just a few buttons for everything. Money bags, battery life is broken. God, you mean. But good. That was a good one. ID3 is the best compromise of them all in the Volkswagen fleet. Exactly. My point as well. And I drove the new ID3 Pure, and it's such a big step forward from the old ID3 Pure. If they lower the price for the ID3 Pure to 30,000 euros or 28, it's, I think, for the price, the best car in that segment. Charging, range, features, and what it is, how it drives, it's just amazing. We had some nice weather, not as cold at night, and now getting well over 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour on most journeys. I have no idea what that is. I only calculate in watt hours per kilometer. I'm sorry. 2 years is way too far away. They needed to have these cars out for order now. Exactly. Also my point. ID2 should have been on the road last year. ID1 end of this year. That would be acceptable, but not in 2027. Who knows who else has... Kia is way faster. The EV2, I'm sure, is coming next year, will be the same thing. Insta is already out. ID1 will be a second car for many people, just as the up is now. Yeah, but that's sad. Why would you need a second car for 20,000 euros? You buy then a used... Get a used ID3, you're cheaper, you don't need a new one. I don't know, not everyone can afford two cars, especially when the price is everything. And I'm not fighting here, by the way. All calm down, it's all cool. We're just talking. Yeah, even have the door open because it's 21 degrees in here because it's still hot outside, but it's gonna get colder the next few days. We had an amazing winter. I shoveled snow once, and we had snow in the driveway only twice or so. Amazing. And now it's mid of March and it's hot and it's gonna get cold again. It's gonna freeze again, of course, but maybe it snows once more like this, and then in the afternoon it gets 10 degrees and everything melts away. But winter is over, I say it officially. Awesome. Where are we? Slightly annoyed that someone local to me has bought an ID7 Tourer in the same color. Also no idea what spec and options they have. They do have the bigger, less efficient wheels on it. Slightly annoyed. Who's my car? I saw so many ID7s today on the road, and I saw a YouTube watcher at the charging station, and I didn't know. He just looked at me, and I thought, okay. And then he said, "Hi, how do you like the car?" Asking about the Audi. I said, "I only have it for 2 weeks," and he said, "I know." And then his wife came and said, "He watches all of your videos. He's a big fan. I see your videos all the time, and our son is watching it too." And I said, "I'm so sorry you have to see my face all the time. I apologize." He said, "Ah, it's fine." Awesome. Also a bit of a hot take, the front end styling. Look, it was styled alongside the Ford Capri with the Mac. The design I'm okay with. So the design I get. I don't like the door handles. I see that already. That always looks futuristic, but it doesn't do much with the consumption. I'm not a fan of this crap. I hate it. I drive an ID3 for 4 years now. You perfectly nailed the point. Exactly. ID3 rules for that price. I also get a Corsa, so Opel Corsa, Vauxhall, or what are the brother? Peugeot E-208. They're all fine cars. But I think they were just too pricey. I think they all start at 35,000 euros. They should start at 28, 26. Or 25 even. Servus. The ID3 LFP would be the perfect car for now at a fair price. If it's really that much cheaper, why not? It's a great number 2 car in the family. Second-hand ID3 for 20k is better than ID1 in my opinion. For me too. I think so. Yes, you lose, depending what car. I think when you get an ID3 first edition now, I would check the battery, but if you get a used ID3 that was built in the last 2 years, I think it's fine. They learned. Sorry, Chris, 4.2 miles equates to range of 520 kilometers range on the 77 kilowatt hour battery. That's awesome. I don't have that. What do I have? I have 353 at 80%. What is that? Do I have to calculate now? 441. But Cindy is driving, and Cindy is not driving slowly. Me too. Come on, if you had electric power, when you have 286 horsepower or now 517, you drive. And I do that. It's awesome. I'm sorry. If the ID7 GTX would not have so much more consumption, which is so sad, I would so love it. ID1 is a city car, doesn't need massive range, but won't sell in great numbers. Yeah, that's what I mean. Why is it, they say it's the Volkswagen, and Volkswagen means people's car. So everyone wants to have this car. It's now you have to get an electric car, so everyone's getting the car. And a city car, not everyone is getting that. People in the city that need to drive outside of the city or in the city, which is weird. You do that. In a big city, you take public transport. So, and everyone who's not in the city and going on holiday needs more range, and that's why I don't get it. That's why the whole title is for I don't get it. I have already seen people in UK trying to disguise their Tesla by buying aftermarket Audi badges and putting them on, try to confuse the haters. Oh my god. Yeah, the Elon effect is big. In Germany, Model Y is so down sales. It's incredible. I mean, yes, it's the same timing as the new Model Y Juniper, but who knows when it's coming. I'm guessing in a month or 2. But still, we have to wait if the sales really go up. I mean, I hear people all the time, even Matthias. So Matthias, the one that I'm going to events with, last time in March to the Volvo EX90 event. He has a Model Y, he had a Model 3 before, and he says he's not going to buy a Tesla again. Number one, he hates the ghost braking, which is still a thing after when Björn Nieland was talking about this, I don't know, 10 years, 5 years ago, and it's still a thing and still going on and it's still a problem, the ghost braking. And there's even a lawsuit against Tesla. and the lawsuit, but only talks about one car, not the whole range, just the car of one guy, and they tested it. And independent tester said this is dangerous, this cannot be on the road. So Tesla is fighting that it's only that car, and people are now coming forward. So if the lawsuit comes that Tesla has to do something and fix it or pay, or I don't know, then a lot of Tesla owners are gonna sue in Germany, I'm guessing, if they know that they're getting something. So he hates the ghost braking. Then every time we drive an ID car, especially ID7, he's, oh my God, this is comfortable and nice. But I think ID7 would be too comfortable for him. He would then feel a bit old. But he says that he can't support something when Elon is like this. And when you own a Model Y and you drive around and everybody is doing this. This wasn't, this was pointing. I didn't do anything. My dad has a yellow two-tone ID bus and is always angry when another one comes, even if for one day, because it takes away from his attention. People are always complimenting his car. That's nice. As much as folks want to move into the small car, city cars, there is literally no profit in making small cars, even selling in huge numbers. I don't get why they just discontinued the e-up. They should have thrown the e-up out. It was the perfect car for this, like I said, the city small car. I'm still a bit hyped for the ID.2. Me too. ID.2 is, I still think it's a bit late. I'm guessing it will come in the beginning of 26, but I get it, that it has the same battery size and I'm guessing same range as an ID.3 Pro, but cheaper. That's awesome. And by 8,000 euros cheaper. Only because we don't have autobahns and my autoways are pretty much restricted down to 80 kilometers per hour. Oh my God, it sounds horrible. 80. They lost money on every sold e-up. Really? That's stupid. And why? I think they could put the price up and they could make money. Why do they make money on an ID.3 and lose money on an e-up? So they sold it too cheap? Isn't that stupid? Was it just because they needed it for the CO2 quota? Something like this? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah. Yeah, this week, like I said, tomorrow I have to do editing. That's Alex Bloch said on his ID1 video. I believe him. He's really good. He's really good. He's researching. He's a real journalist, and he says a lot of things. But it's too much for me. I just, okay, he's still talking. It's a 40-minute video about something, and I can't watch it. I'm hoping for the ID.2 to be good enough. Also, I hope it's lighter than ID.3, so it is cheaper on road tax. I doubt that it's lighter with a 60 kilowatt hour battery and a front wheel motor. I don't think so. Maybe 150 kilo or maybe 100. Problem though with Volkswagen is how long they take to get to release them, and someone else will get there first. I think it's already too late. But at least they change. They know they have to change something, and then they do it. Unless not that other people, companies are not doing anything. Why do I have hair here everywhere? So tomorrow I do editing the whole day. Then on Tuesday I will be editing most of the time. Then the Audi gets switched. SQ6 goes, Q6 comes. No idea what color. I hope a bit more flashier color than this. And Wednesday I will go to Frankfurt and test drive the BYD Atto 2, and it's a driving event. That's why I'm going. First of all, BYD invited me a few times already, and I always couldn't for whatever reason. There was always something, either I wasn't interested or it was too short. They told me I can drive for 40 minutes or so, and that's no time to drive a car and test and film. Or it was just weird. So, and this time I'm going. I don't have high hopes for the car, but I have 3.5 hours, I think, maybe 4.5 hours with the car. Now I think 3.5. 11:30 till 3. And it's just four hours away, so that's fine. And so I'm gonna do my range test with the BYD Atto 2 and charge it a bit and film everything around it while charging. stuff like this. Any idea what car I should buy? I do drive 10 kilometers each day now and got a car with 100 kilowatt hour battery. My driving needs are completely changed last year. Oh, you have a new job and now you don't have to drive. How about, is it snowing there? How about a bike? So not, you know, electric bike, but then, or a Twizy. Is it the right name? I think so. Any news about software 5.4? I just know that there will be news at some point about the update for the 4.0 cars, but there's still no date. I asked last week, no date, no plans when exactly. There was a time frame at some point, but things can change, and if I know and I can tell, I will say that. Twizy is a fun little car. Yeah, it is. Yes, so I'm excited when 5.4 is coming. The ID3 Pure had 5.2. I doubt that 5.4 has anything special in there. I don't know where the step from 4.0 to 5.0, there's not a lot of new things. From 3.7 to 4.0 is a new world. 4 to 5, I don't see anything. 5 to 5.2 also. So 4 to 5.2, there's just tiny little changes and more features that you can do. The car can only do it with the software, like unlocking and stuff like this. I don't know why they do it that way, why it is 5.4 and not 4.3 or something. No idea. Oh. Am I done? I think I'm done. Is there anything else we have to talk? I blabbed the whole time. Now it's your turn. Are you even charging, by the way? I have the camera plugged in. Yeah, 1.5 amp. Wow. When they switch to the Rivian software, they probably don't do more than bug fixing. Oh. We'll see how that all works out. Looking at Ford Explorer standard range, Renault Scenic E-Tech 60 kWh battery, and even Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. Out of those three, I think you should get the Scenic. It's the cheapest, and if you don't drive at all, maybe even a smaller car. There's been no hardware update since 4.0, so it should be easier to transition. We'll see if the update works that way. Yeah, light game, we do a light game, that's true. But they do much more with the ID software. Also, sorry. That's correct. But there still will be a while. I don't even know if ID2 has already the Rivian software, but I think so. The Android based, but not really. Something like this. And ID2 is 2026, and a big battery EV3 would be a good call. Nah, for Lost Peter, take the small battery. EV3, that's a good idea. Or the old Kona with the small battery. That's fine for the small distance. I used one. Okay, let's play a little like game. If you don't know what that is, we all press the like button at the same time. There are 62 people here. We have 20 likes. We can get this up to 40, aren't we? Huh? Let's do this. I'm counting down 3 to 0, and then we all press the like game. Get your tablet, your phone out if you're watching it on TV, and let's do this. Let's count. 3, 2, 1, and like. Let's see, we have 20 likes. There's the delay. I see that I'm not even counting yet. Where are we? There's the counting. 3, 2, 1. Like. 21 counts. 32. Come on, 39. That's the stuff. See, I just have to remind you. Okay, I think with a small battery, Elrock could work nicely too. Even an ID3, the small battery, it's fine. Need good navigation software. Oh. Well, I don't know what good is. They all navigate fine. I never had a problem that navigation was horrible. So even in the old Kia EV6 Ioniq 5, the navigation was fine. It's horrible when you move around, but it's still okay. Okay, if there's nothing else, nobody has a question, I'm gonna end the stream today. Gonna go down, relax a bit. I filmed for 6.5 hours. Best navigation, Android Auto CarPlay. It's okay, yeah. But it has to have that, and also wirelessly, because you're not always plugged in the whole time. Good, works without getting bricked. Okay, you all take care. I don't know if I see you next week. I do the range tests with the Q6 next week, the normal version. But I don't need to do a charging test since it's the same battery. So, but I think I'm still gonna do them in Passau. I think so, because it charges, the supercharger is just 120 kilowatt, and at the Ionity it's 270. That's just way better. I say hi to Cindy. I will do that. She's already in bed. You all take care. I see you maybe next week. I'm not promising anything, but it's very likely. Okay, you take care. See you soon.